Well, lower the volume because that's very loud. By very loud, I mean it's hard to hear me probably. Okay, well, we're back at Dark Souls 3. What are we doing this time, you ask? Another sorcerer-only run? Are we going to do a legitimate sorcerer-only run? We're going to do a faith-only run? No. No, not like that. It's going to be a lot like the Bloodborne run, where I actually am just going to use whatever build I feel like doing, which is going to be a skill build, with eventually high endurance and health. Potentially high vitality. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to start with the Knight class because a couple reasons. So here's the deal. This is going to be an all bosses run, but I am making one rule. One rule, and this is partially because I want to have a +9 weapon before I do Vort, actually. We are going to get a +9 weapon by Vort. How are we going to do that? And I mean before we kill Vort. So, you may recall, in the Sorcerer run, I actually killed... what's-his-face? Really early on. We'll do the... It's a single black firebomb. I'm thinking... I think I need all the souls I can get for early levels. So, sorry. So, we're gonna have a +9 weapon by the time we kill Vort. In theory, I could have... in theory, I could technically have a +10 weapon. But, I don't think I want to go doing that. That might be a little much, but we'll see. So, here's the plan. We're starting with the Knight class, because it has the best starting armor, and it has a 100% physical block shield that has pretty decent, I think pretty decent fire block. We're going to take the Uchi-Katana, because this is a dex build. We're going to make a raw Uchi-Katana, and we're going to get it to +3. And then we're going to try to kill Dancer as the first boss of the game, without even getting the bonfire at Fort. Because like I said, I want to try to have a +9 raw Uchi-Katana before I fight Fort. Yeah, so I'm kind of pulling a Cleric Beast here with my last run, where I avoided fighting him until... I avoided fighting Cleric Beast in my all bosses run until, actually, the third to last boss. I did Cleric Beast after I finished all other base game bosses besides Gehrman and Moon Presence, and even after I did all of the DLC bosses. Which, yeah, that was... Ooh, that was rough. Anyways, so here's the plan. We're going to be picking up... We're basically going to do a full clear of... Yeah, we're going to do a full clear of Highwall Lothric. Both for the levels and so I get every item possible. Every Ember possible, and every Titanite Shard possible. Now the thing is, you can farm the Lothric Knights down between the Dancer and Vort, down by the cathedral, or down by the chapel. You can farm those Lothric Knights, potentially, for regular Titanite Shards. And then after I kill Dancer, I would, in theory, be able to go and run ahead to the first Lothric Castle bonfire and farm that first Lothric Knight, first off for levels, so I'm not so freaking under leveled, and that's going to take a lot of grinding, which I tried to avoid doing too much of that on stream the first playthrough, but truth be told, it's going to be kind of necessary. Oh, swing and a miss. The reason I'm going with the Uchi-Katana right off the bat and not just using the straight sword is because the Uchi-Katana has a bleed property, which means I have a chance for bleed procs, which, by the way, do a percentage, it's a set percentage of max health on a bleed proc. And what that'll allow me to do is it'll basically make it so that, in theory, at worst case scenario, I have a, regardless of individual swing damage, I, in theory, have a finite number of swings to land, assuming I get them in short enough succession of each other that would lead to, in short enough succession of each other that would lead to a full bleed proc, and not giving the meter just time to tick down again. I'm assuming that is how it works with bosses, that it works the same way as with player characters, in the sense that there's a meter that builds up, and if you don't keep applying the pressure, it will drain down over time, is the assumption I'm making there. But either way, it just means I'll have to try to play somewhat aggressive. Let me check. So it's just under 50% fire block. Not great, but the nice thing is, another nice thing about the starting class here is I only have to put 3 points into strength, and then after that I can dump everything else into vigor and endurance, because I'm going to want lots of base max health. I'm pretty much always going to want to be embered during this fight if possible, and then the endurance is going to be very necessary early on fighting the Dancer, because even though I have a shield that's going to block 100% of the physical damage, which is the larger of the two of the damage split, it's also going to make, it's going to save, I'm going to need extra, I'm going to need more endurance than what I start with, certainly. In order to not just have my guard broken left and right in the fight. So basically, everything I do early on is going to... Yeah, everything I do early on is going to be geared towards fighting the Dancer before Ford. So yeah. Fortunately, the Uchi-Katana is a weapon that I am very familiar with. And another nice thing is I get to play with audio this time around, whereas beforehand I did not have audio. Yeah, I didn't have audio in my sorcerer run like last time. However, this time I do, which will be nice for audio cues. It's just gonna be nice going forward in general, if I'm being honest. So I recently started to get a little more practice with this Gundyr fight, and I guess champion Gundyr fight to that extent. Yeah, I've only done an all bosses run of Dark Souls 3 once, and that was that was before I started streaming. That was back in May. I can get an R2 in there, but it's not that big a deal. Oh shit. Ouch. I don't know why me getting thrown like that doesn't actually deal damage. I got the R1 there. If I'd done an R2, I would have missed the window, I'm pretty sure. Fight. Yeah, those definitely were not max punishes on the parries. I'm gonna cut that down a little bit. Oh, what the hell? So I guess that's just really loud. Oh yeah, the music's gonna be super loud, huh? Nah, that's fine. Music's great. So, yeah, we're going to kind of cheese the Swordmaster. I'm gonna go get an early Estus Flask. The biggest problem with fighting Dancer this early, before I even kill Vort and go to the Undead Settlement, the problem there is actually more so than weapon scaling. It's that my Estus is going to be very low. I'm only gonna have, I think, actually, no, I should be able to have 7 charges. 7 charges, but I won't even have +1 because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't remember there being a. I'm fairly certain that there, you don't get the first undead bone shard until. You don't get the first undead bone shard until the undead settlement, which I think, which is just the jump as you're entering the area that our giant archer buddy will likes to shoot down at. Yeah, ideally, I mean, even if I just let myself kill Vort and I didn't go past the undead settlement, I didn't even fight the cursed rod of Greatwood, I would get a lot out of just the undead settlement. I would have a +2 Estus Flask, at least 1 more shard, as well as as well as having access to a different armor set, to Flynn's ring if I really wanted to try and push the damage a bit. I'm not sure if that would be worth the defenses I'd lose from taking off most of my armor, but you know. But point being, it would open my options a whole lot, that's for sure. Okay, so I need this guy to. Okay. Oh, he even did a leaping attack. Just gonna load back in. Get his item to spawn back where he starts off. His spawn point, which is where he was standing before I aggroed him. We're gonna go do the tree jump. You know, I actually wonder sometimes whether or not the tree jump was intentional, because it definitely seems pretty intentional at times. I'll say that much. So yeah, the 30 under the bleed effect, which is going to be very, very important for. Oh, you know what? I need to put. Oh, okay. So I lied. 4 points into Dex. But anyways. Yeah, so everything I'm going to be doing as soon as I get into the Wall Lothric is basically going to be getting as strong as possible without, bothering with, like, level farming, really, in order to fight the Dancer as the first boss from this point. Yeah, that's going to be a trip. Let's see, let's head up and Fortunately, I don't have to worry about using any Ashen Estus, so every Estus, every bit of it, will be able to go towards, well, not getting, well, lasting a little longer in the fight. That was a bad jump. I used to think that you had to have your armor off for this, but really, if you are... That's also a bad jump. Decent height, but I missed. I used to think you had to be naked for this jump to work. But you just have to not be bad. It's been a minute since I played. I haven't played Dark Souls 3 actually since I did it on stream. I think if you take the armor off, it makes the jump a bit easier to do, but really it looks about the same one way or another. And honestly, doing it the first time is the hard part. Although a nifty thing you can do just to kind of give yourself the presence of mind for it is that you can just sprint at the tree, at that side of this tree, sprint at it, and just mentally pay close attention to how high up your character can actually run up the tree before you automatically start sliding back down, just because physics in the game. And that'll actually... Yo, Sonic Screw, welcome to the stream. You're catching it pretty early. Well, you're catching this game's segment pretty early. This was a... We are into the last hour stretch of a 10-hour stream. Although, I would be willing to push it a little further if I felt like I had a good chance of killing the dancer in this stream. So this is the beginning of an all bosses run, a fresh all bosses run, and well, I've decided that before I kill even Vort, I'm going to kill the dancer. 30% or less. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're, I figure it would make it so that it increases your set jump height a little bit, but as long as you're mid-roll, as long as you're not fat rolling, it's definitely possible. Yeah, it's been a minute since Okay. It's been a minute since I played this. I only have 5 Estus, damn. Okay. Well, I mean, generally speaking, it's a solo run. At least in my sorcery run and in my all bosses Bloodborne run that I've wrapped up, I think start of last week, I did all that solo. I didn't summon for any of the fights. So we need this, and then yeah. So my goal here is to have a +9 weapon by the time I fight Vort. It's gonna be a minute by the time I get to there, but it'll be worth it. It'll be interesting. Set up my items how I like them. So you've played this game a good bit then, based off of your well, giving that step. Took some time. Wasn't solo even. Yeah, I mean, I usually kill Dancer, certainly early. In fact, in my Sorcerer, I did a true Sorcerer run. I was a bit lenient on myself. Really, it was... yeah, I did that on stream, and... Yeah, so at least I'm not taking her on soul level 4. That would be... Oof, man, that'd be bad. That would be way worse. Way, way worse than fighting Cleric Beast. Blood level 1. Maybe you'll invade me. I'm playing offline. Yeah, as a default, I tend to play offline. If you invaded me, I would. Well, I guess I don't have the straight sword anymore, but I would 1-2. I would R1, R1, R2 your ass and chase that roll. Have you played Bloodborne, or what's your how extensive is your experience with this game and or Bloodborne? You use washing pole. Solid weapon. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Okay, so Dark Souls 3 is one of the main games that you've played a good bit of then. Oh wow, he's been really slow. Can I get you to aggro? Okay. Have him chase back a little bit. I actually don't really feel... Okay. I was gonna say I don't really feel comfortable trying to parry this guy, but... Clearly that wasn't the case. Yeah, I love this weapon. This weapon feels like home. To start off, run through the first area of the game with, oh, yo, Sonic Screw, welcome, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the HeXx clan. Hope you enjoy the stream. And hope to catch you on future streams as well. I just want to make sure. It doesn't always die when this guy... Stagger. Okay, it's good. I saved a couple fire bombs for the second one of those. Explore it. That's how I parry with a katana. What do you mean? Oh, it's the battle art. Have you not used the Utsu Katana before? The Utsu Katana is actually what I used to practice parrying when I was first learning how the timing works in Dark Souls 3, because it's very different from parrying in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 parrying is, well, it's about as weird as the rest of the game is. Bloodborne parrying couldn't be more different. Bloodborne parrying could not be more different from Dark Souls parrying. It's better. Parrying in Bloodborne's just better than Dark Souls parrying, because it's, well, main thing is you can do it from a safe distance, and your windows are generally speaking quite a lot bigger as well. And if you trade when going for a parry, if you trade the parry for if you trade the parry for getting hit with with the attack that you're parrying in Bloodborne, you're much more likely to still get the you are much more likely to still get the visceral attack off than if you trade while trying to parry with a shield in Dark Souls. I'm not gonna kill all these guys every time I come through here, but try that again. Because why not? I mean, obviously he wasn't going to aggro by the time I walked up to him, so... Alright, well, the dashing R1's not going to quite cut it, so... here... Oh, really? Not sure how he snuck around my shield the first time. On PS4. The majority of games I play are on PS4. The only game that I've actually streamed on PC so far is Dishonored. Which, I mean, technically speaking, I played that game on PS4 before I switched over to PC, because I honestly not... Oh, hello. Hang on. A lot of shit on the ground. Nice try. How do I parry in general, or... Well, you know, shield parrying is the main thing. But yeah, you hold L2, the battle art button. And then you can do R1 for the dash, for that dash attack. Never mind. Found out. Or you do R2. The washing pole can do it too, I'm pretty sure. It's just, it's the heavy attack input. Variation of the battle art. Yeah. I wonder if I'm out of FP, if I'll still be able to parry. You mean the over attack? Like where I was dropping through the air? This? Just a heavy attack. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. That was some unfortunate... Man, if I was playing a MOBA, they have a term for that sort of thing happening in a MOBA. Creep block. It's where the push box of enemies. Oh, man. I got boxed in by the enemies there. Fortunately, the initial hit of the fire from the dragon doesn't actually deal that much damage. Can I? No, I can't. Do I have any Void's talismans? I doubt it. I mean, I don't need what's in this chest, but just clear this stuff out. Just gonna clear all this stuff out of the way so I don't accidentally get stuck on it and then get mimic grabbed. Okay. I was relatively playing this. generous. Hey, don't do it. Oh. Actually. Missed. That's awkward. Alright. Grab this. I'm gonna go ahead and rest. Moving on. Oh. Nice little thing about this game versus actually every other Soulsborne game is that you can pivot midair. If you hold a different direction than what you happen to be facing. Like here, I'm gonna be. You can pivot when you input for the leaping, the dropping attack, plunging attack. I mean, I pick up plenty anyways, so... main reason I'm even bothering to kill those guys is just for the... Oh, hey, I got a rod gem from that guy. It works, I guess. Spacing. Who needs a lock on? Alright, we're gonna go this way to go get that, Isn't there a... It's weird. Alright. Actually, wait. Thought you might. So yeah, those Lothric Knights are able to get It's a semi-rare drop, you could say, but yeah, you're able to get Titanite shards to drop from those Lothric Knights. So that's gonna be really good. It's how I'm gonna guarantee that, especially, well, even after a full clear, I don't think you quite have enough Titanite shards, picking all of them up from this first area without going past Vort to get a +3 weapon. But because they can drop it, I can farm them a little bit if necessary, and that'll even help, I guess, with leveling for a little bit. Halberd, dude? Yeah. Basically, any of the bigger enemies. That'd be really great bait if this was a mimic. Have a guy sitting right next to it, you try to smack him, and it's funny. The winged knight over there, he stepped onto a fire. Whoops. Oh, shit. Whew. That was dicey. That was very dicey for a moment there. Damn. Oh boy. I didn't mean to drop down when I threw that firebomb. Main thing I came here for. Not the cell key, but may as well grab it. Only vertical attacks. This enemy would be much harder to deal with. Yeah, and anything other than vertical attacks. I got his axe, that's funny. It's a pretty rare drop, actually. Alright, I'll take this. Okay. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit. Gonna finish off this area's run. And then yeah. Then we'll do a little bit of farming. Wow. God. Okay, I guess you can just get Titanite shards from any enemy, because hell, a regular ass hollow was able to give me one. Oh shit. Ooh, that could be bad. Oh, that was early. It was even the same attack. Almost got hit by it twice. No? No? Alright. Well. Hang on. I think it's just the two. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, we're at the garden. First things first. Especially since I'm out of Estus. guess I didn't move laterally enough. Damn, 3 firebombs, huh? Alright, let's take a swig. Throwing knives, not gonna do much for me, but... Oh, shit, that's right. Guess he's not gonna follow. Alright, bring it on. I'm just kidding. This little health, I'm not gonna risk. Getting unlucky, mistiming, and then just... Yeah. I don't know if I'd get one shot. Especially not in a partial parry, but... Wouldn't be good. Okay. Oh, what the hell? That's weird. I wonder why that's... That would make sense. Let's see if that... 58, 63... It's time to get better. Although, maybe I shouldn't have spent the souls on that. Oh. Yeah, I'll leave Hawkwood alive. Kill this guy though.
What's wrong with you?
Actually, yeah.
Well, very delicate.
Level up real quick.
Farewell, Ashen.
Okay. is. Waste of an ember, too. I probably should have just save quitted there as soon as I knew I was stuck. But it seemed like I could kind of get out. You know what? I might be able to... Maybe I could have walked behind the throne, but he's going to be aggroed now, so... There goes, I swear, if I could have just walked... No, there's no way you can walk behind there. Yeah, no. Yeah? No? I actually have a bigger health bar still than I would have expected, honestly. Okay. That was... Okay, I was gonna say, he should bleed again soon. I wonder if his mask is better than this. Not really. Hey, better fire resist. Yeah, I really just killed that guy for the souls, if I'm being honest. In fact, I'm gonna kill Hawkwood too. Just the... Okay. Okay, well, that's one more level. Whoops.
Well, very that HeXx.
I need more stamina too, not just vigor. Alright. Yeah, that's the quickest now. Okay. Oh man, my damages. It's gonna be abysmal. Yeah, I killed Hawkwood. I killed him for the, to finish off. Just to get the last of what I needed for one more level before heading out. Yeah, about that. But I also reset that area, killed one or two of the enemies there. The dragon thing now, yeah, but I mean it's not the point of this build, so. And I definitely don't need it for I'm gonna go this way. I definitely won't need the Twinkling Dragonite torso or Twinkling Dragon torso for for just a dex build. And for, might I add, for an all bosses dex build. So, but who knows? Maybe I could go in and kill Dancer right now. No problem. Really? Didn't drop anything. Surprising. Oh. Damn it. Oh, fuck it. Alright, try that running attack again. Now that I've actually got the sword two-handed and I'm ready for you. Two nights in a row, not getting anything. That's genuinely surprising. See, what is it? Two? No, it's... Yeah, no, it's 2, 4, 6, so it takes 12. 2, 4... So I need 5 more Titanite shards. Yeah, there's not a chance. There's no way that I'm not at least... I don't know why there's bread on his shield. Man. I guess he didn't want to buff. Would have been a free backstab anyways. Well, at least I can kill her. Save me the trouble of killing her when I come back.
What on earth?
Oh, that's not bad at all. I mean, it's not great, don't get me wrong, but... Here, we'll trigger the fight just so I have a... I want to reset anyways, so... Oh, you know what? No, I have enough for a level. No, I definitely want to have a +3 with katana. A unique katana characterized by the fine craftsmanship of an eastern land where it was forged. I could have killed Darkwraith. It's not a bad farm. I don't know if you get Titanite shards from them though. I have 98 stamina. Pretty sure it would take 2 levels. What does it take to level up once? It takes... Yeah. Huh. By that logic, killing these guys is... Easy parries. Is that a one shot? No? Okay, well. Like I said, I did a full clear. I even got, you know, I even got an extra Titanite shard to drop. So, which means picking all of them up on the ground here, you have just enough. Yeah. Shoot me back. Dick move. Really dodged again. That's gonna hit. That's better. Seems to like to do exclusively that combo. Give me a shard. Thank you. Finally. An enemy that listens to me. Alright, well that's 2 of 6, so that's good. That's not bad, actually. Yeah. Alright. Come on. I don't know if that's R1 range. It's actually a take you want. Ah. Oh. Quite what I was going for. But it'll do. Easy parries. That's why Lothric Knights are in general just great enemies to... Can I buy? Hang on, let me check on something real quick. I want to check one thing real quick. Sold by Shrine Man for 500. Okay, so... In that case, since I wasn't sure if you had to get ashes, then I'll just use Homeward Bones as a reset. As a means of reset. $15 minutes. 15 minutes and then the 10-hour stream will be complete. Although technically speaking, I did have to cut it off partway through because my Wi-Fi randomly started acting up. Generous. me. Or not. Oh, I didn't send it back up. Rookie mistake. That's a noob move. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's... Not what I meant to do. I didn't have the weapon. Two-handed. Oh, wait. Oh. This guy again, because... Then he's got a pretty decent chance of giving me a shard. No. Right. Shard? Not this time. That's right. Wouldn't be RNG if it happened every time. It wouldn't be special if it happened every time either. Yeah, especially if you're holding a shield, it's a save option. Hold the shield up as you walk forward, and then strafe right on the first jab, and then you can parry the second. It's semi-free. Yeah, pairing with the katana is mainly for fun. I mean, it does have a big-ass hitbox, to be fair. Like, a lot of times if you try parrying that, like the lunging dash attack... Oh. If you try parrying it with a shield, a lot of times you get a partial parry. Or, you know, or you trade. Or you get like a partial parry that actually parries. After the fact. It's weird. These also have a very like set rhythm to how they attack. Shard. Damn it. Not that round. But anyways, making this run over and over again is just gonna... It'll also help get a few extra levels before I start throwing myself at Dancer over and over again. So that's gonna be the fun part. Hey, who knows? Maybe I could just get good at the fight. Yeah. A big part of what's gonna make it, you know, particularly feasible to fight her this early with this setup is going to be trade. So 4-for-1. Part of what's going to make this incredibly feasible is if as long as I have enough. Honestly, this is enough health. From this point on, I'm going to be putting points into endurance. Actually, I really need to make sure that I have plenty of health to deal with Dancer. Blocking attacks, then rolling. You know, I need to. If I get my guard broken once, I could very well get one shot. The shield is going to be another thing. Shark? No. Only two. Damn. Ah, shit. Hey, I'm curious of something, also. I am curious, if I'm out of FP, if that will still parry. Oh, wow. Still parries? It still parries, but I think it, like, it probably butchers the amount of parry frames you get. And the hitbox is maybe the same. It probably reduces, it probably butchers the parry frames that you get, as well as, probably butchers the parry frames you get, as well as, cuts down the hitbox size. It's weird. It almost feels like it comes out faster, but no, that's just a. To know you can still parry with it, regardless. Man, not enough souls for a few levels though. Maybe I'm just rusty and my timing's off, but it feels like nice. Okay. That's I was about to say I'm not in any risk of I'm not at any risk of dropping or losing these souls. So I'll just keep on going. Like I said, especially because of the fact that I will not continue with this. I will not move forward with this run past Fort until Dancer is dead. And then after Dancer's dead, if possible, actually, you know what? No, I know it's possible. I want to get a plus, at least a plus, wrong way, at least a +8, if not a +9 weapon. So regardless, because this is my last Homeward Bone, I'll use this one to, oh man, it's getting late. I'm starting to lose my train of thought. Anyways, done my last Homeward Bone, so I'm gonna. You know what the silly thing is? I'm starting to feel tired. I've been playing games the last 9 hours and some change. Yeah. And it's been a blast. We finished the run of Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, we finished that run of Call of Cthulhu as well as what did I play before? Oh yeah. I forgot that I played Rocket League. One thing I hate that it automatically equips. I don't know why it does. Why they made it so it does this. If you don't have any bolts or arrows equipped and you get some. If you don't have any bolts or arrows equipped and you pick some up, you will actually. It's really lame. It automatically equips them. Annoying for me because I'm not going to use a bow or crossbow, and yet so I'm going to want to sell them, right? I'm getting nothing from the knights, the regular knights, that is. Yeah, I see like that there. Just because the hitbox of pairing with the shield is so much smaller, or it's smaller enough than using the Uchigatana's battle art. It's small enough that it doesn't quite. That you're more prone to getting partial parries, and against these guys, especially against their particularly against. Ow! What the hell? Oh, if he'd done the lunging, I would. Whew. Just in time. 99. Shard? Okay. Shrine bonfire. Yep. I'm gonna take fire bombs off the list. So I'm not gonna be using them. Actually, I'm hardly gonna be using them at all the rest of the run, now that I think about it. I really only care about them for fighting those first few, whatchamacallits. I need 3 more.
Well, very well day. Farewell, Ashen One.
Alright, level 26. Let's take level 6. Not that much more, but honestly, having any amount of souls. I'll give it 1 attempt, real quick, just to see how I measure up. I'll give it 1 attempt against Dancer. I know I wanna. I'm probably going to want / need, realistically speaking, to have a +3 weapon. I'd like to avoid relying on the gold pine resin for weapon damage. As in, I'd like to not have to bother using it. I'm really weird about buffs like that in Soulsborne stuff, or particularly this, where it's a consumable. I don't want to use the consumable or the last of the consumable because I end up I worry that it'll
that when I'm out, I'll really need it. But the thing is, I always have that mentality. Backstab. Or not. Or not, and then I'll just R1 him down. It's gonna really bug me that I essentially have a level's worth of souls. Or at least I'm going to by the time I kill the knights down here. Yeah, entering the boss room unembered with this much health shouldn't really be... It shouldn't be too much of a concern. Just because... Okay, so if I... They do drop in. It's interesting. Let's try. Who knows? Maybe he dropped a shard. Or his weapon. It's also possible. Not unheard of. I am actually going to kill this guy because... Gotta love iframes. Okay. In a sense, I probably should have / could have saved the Ring of Sacrifice for this. If I hadn't sold it, then I wouldn't have had quite this many souls in here. That's fine. I say it's fine that I got hit at all when I've survived by less than that amount of HP against the Dancer in and I was able to recover from that because I had enough stamina. You know what? I don't like that it's a legitimate full level. But if I lose it in here, then I'll do a YOLO run for it. Wow, you get a lot more for killing him than you do for the others. Alright. Well. A swig for luck. I'm gonna need it. I have 2, right? Yeah. That's another reason, is I only have 2. Shit.
Am I dead? No, I'm not dead. Oh my god. Ah. Nice! Holy shit! Whew. My heart is pounding. Holy shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Parker's in the chat. Who needs a +3 Uchigatana? Not me. Oh my god. My heart is still racing. My hands are buzzing. Oh my god. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Nice. Ah. Ah. Powered by Black Label. God. Dancer. First try. Also, the real reason that I decided to go for it right then and there. Look at my level. Level 26. Ah, that lucky number. My hands are still buzzing. My entire hand, both of my hands are buzzing. Yeah. First try dancer. Sub level 30 with a +2 to katana. At the end there, I was greeting a little bit to try and get the bleed. Because I really thought it was going to go off. But it, I don't know if her resistances to it goes up when she hits second phase or what. But, holy shit. That was first try dancer.
Well, farewell.
That was first fucking try dancer. Hell to the yes. Oh my god, that was hell yeah. Unfortunately, I'm stuck using a raw Utsukatana even though I have a shell. Even though I have a shitload of that's not bad actually. It's only one level, but it allowed me to get to 27 vigor, which is huge. I won't need to put I won't need to put more. Honestly, having 27 vigor with the 1000 HP, 1300 embered, that is enough. That is plenty. What? Oh.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Oh my god. So I jumped 12 levels from that. Not bad. Not bad. Holy shit, man. That was... Got the heart pumping. It's... From the moment I hit second phase first try, and in that moment, it was the first moment I noticed that my heart rate started to increase. Holy shit. Oh, that is... Oh. Who needs help? I don't need help.
Ashen One.
Well, speak.
That was so fucking good. Oh my god. That was stellar. Makes it so I don't feel nearly as bad about putting less than 2 hours into this. Real quick, I'm gonna run up to the farming spot. So, yeah, I'm actually. Here's the funny thing. Even though I'm about to get a spot where I'm gonna easily get all of the large Titanite shards that I need for +4 through 6, and then I believe all of the Titanite chunks that I'll need from this the Lothric Castle area coming up. Let's fucking go. Oh man, that was crazy. That was awesome. I'm gonna grab this shard real quick before I run up to the bonfire. You know what I just realized? That sound there, that screeching, that's not the... That sound... Oh. What the hell? Yeah. I used to think that that sound was... You know, actually, I'll be honest, I never noticed that sound. But for a split second, I thought it was those guys. I thought it was just the screeching of those guys, but it's actually the screeching of Oseros. Interestingly enough. My first chunk. Oh, that was close. I'm pretty sure a third hit would have killed me. Yeah, I'm gonna... Alright, I wanted to grab that shard. And then I want to, now I'm gonna run past these Lothric Knights here, because they're gonna... Even though I've got a good bit of health and endurance, my weapon damage is nowhere near what it ought to be. Oh, well, that's... Huh. This is very awkward. I'm gonna have to homeward bone. Well, oh, at least it made it so I didn't die to that cathedral knight there. Oh my god. That is, man, if there was anybody here to clip that, I would have said clip that. You can bet that I'm going to make that a highlight. Oh man. Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to make that a highlight. Six Estus. 6 plus 0 Estus. And an Ember. And I actually did use both of those, I did use both of the gold pine resin bundles that I had. So, I have plenty of health to be here, technically speaking. You know, me being here. But look at this damage. You see that? That's a riposte. But why bother doing that if it's... Well, first off, it was to show how under-leveled my weapon is. Even though, as a, you know, for as far as a health pool goes, I'm not really under-leveled. Actually, do another save quit. Get those guys off my ass. So I'm gonna kill this guy once. This is my go-to farming spot. I basically try to get here early as I can in the game. Same with killing Dancer in general. I saw that was 12 levels. I almost added 50% of my... I mean, I nearly... Yeah, more than half of the leveling I'd done up to killing Dancer, I did that all over again, just with the souls from killing her. I'm actually, I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't more than that. So this guy here, what you do is there's a bonfire right here. And once you get used to parrying these guys, large Titanite shard. That right there is a big part of why coming here this early is huge. You normally don't get large Titanite shards until... honestly, until Karthus. Until the Catacombs of Karthus or the Cathedral of the Deep. Up until either of those spots, you don't. And also, it's one enemy to kill. It's one enemy to kill, and I get a few thousand. I didn't actually see how much exactly. I have enough health that I can take some licks from these guys. So. Oh shit. Let's grab this real quick because this armor here, I think those sell for 1,000 souls each. So I got 2,700. 2,700 souls for killing that one guy. And I'm getting a large shard. And you know, I'm pretty much guaranteed the large shard as a minimum. See, and I run a really good chance of... How does this compare? It's just better. It's 1.5 weight heavier though. It takes more strength. I don't have enough strength. Unfortunate, because it... Wow, really good lightning block actually. It's actually a pretty good shield. I never realized that the Lothric shield was that decent. How much does it take for a level now? About this much. Okay. So, funny. On the bright side, I have the Dancer's Bonfire, which will be much better for than having to take that lift. Yeah, and actually, now that I'm a higher level, my item discovery is higher. So, my chances of... Yeah, my chances of... I'm much more likely to get shards from killing those Lothric Knights down in the gardens. But even with this low, you're pretty much guaranteed large Titanite shards at this point. And there are a ton of chunks up that way, and even more down in the gardens. The gardens is it's a bit of a sketchier place to run around in because it's littered with those beasts, but it's also got a bunch. But it's the floor also applies toxic, which is very, very sketchy. I'm actually gonna go. I don't need to be right here. I'm gonna. I'll check to see what it's looking like for drop rates for shards now that I'm a higher level. I don't know how much my item discovery would have actually gone up, but it scales well enough with your overall level. I'm pretty sure that just by being 30 or higher, I should pretty much be guaranteed to get at least some item. And having the Dancer's Bonfire here is going to be really nice because it means I won't have to use Homeward Bones
Neither one have to use Homeward Bones to have a decent reset time. But yeah. It's funny, these guys actually like don't deal much damage to me anymore. I guess even if you get hit by that, it's free parry. So 1040. So I have 1300 HP, max HP, and I have 6 charges of Estus. There we go. Oh, I just realized I killed these guys. I just killed 3 of them and I didn't get a shard. That's weird. Actually quite surprised. But, like I said, I'm gonna have a +9 Uchigatana by the time I go and fight. By the time I go and fight for it. Well, at least that guy is going to pretty consistently. Let's see, what even is my item discovery? 107. It's really not saying much. Yeah, that chair is immortal. Or that chair is hollow, rather. As the curse of the undead. What's up? Okay. And the thing is, it's not like I can go kill those higher leveled Lothric Knights and, you know, large Titanite shards don't replace the need for regular Titanite shards. They just become available later in the game. Wow. Stop it. I didn't do anything from them that time. Surprising. Shield again. And I got an Estus back. It's funny. Man, I'm not getting anything to drop. Never mind. What the hell? You know what? Maybe you're more likely to get drops from enemies after you beat the boss of the area, and Vort probably counts as the boss of the area for these guys. Please. Okay. Huh, that's really, really unfortunate, actually. If that's the case. Because that would mean... Ooh, yeah. That would mean that I need... oh, boy. That's really not good, actually. Well, it's not great. It doesn't make things impossible, but... It makes the whole wait to kill Vort thing until I get a +9 weapon annoying. Because I need to farm a few more of those shards before I can... So I'm all out of the guaranteed ones. There are no more guaranteed ones I can get. Well, potentially there could be one that I can trade for. Yeah, I'm not getting many items from these guys even. And even if I... Oh, shit. And even if I do get 9 to drop, it's not, you know... They've got 4 pieces of armor that it could be. They got a helmet, gauntlets, legs, and chest. Like that. I even got 2 items there, and it wasn't. I am gonna have to call a stream soon. It's almost 5 a.m. I'll run up this way real quick. I might... Benhart. Lionheart. Lion Knight. Aw, you bitch. I didn't even hear him fire that. Didn't even hear him fire it. Give it to me. Shit. Oh yeah, you know what? I actually forgot. There's... Fun fact. There's a, well... There's a glitch you can do. If you go summon the Swordmaster, and apparently, I mean, this maybe works on any boss with any non-player summon. With like any NPC summon. But, you know, maybe this works, but... if you take him into the boss room, and then... Take it into the boss room, and I think if you save and quit out of the boss arena and then resummon the NPC, the boss won't be able to damage them. And yeah, because it's a low level summon, the Swordmaster will hardly be able to deal like any damage at all. Even so. I even gotten one yet? No, I have not. Yeah. It is so weird. I'm getting like nothing to drop from these knights. It has to do with it's got to do with having the bosses of the area killed, or at least the immediately relevant boss of the area killed. 226 on the soul count. Yeah, I'm not doing this for the level farming. If I was level farming, I would be up fighting the higher leveled Lothric Knights. Although getting having this weapon to at least +3 would be ideal. But hey, it has been over a 10 hours of raw streaming at this point. So it was my first 10-hour stream. Typically my streams are actually, pretty decent size. 4 to 6 hours is what they tend to be. A few of them this week have been on Sunday night, Monday night. Both of those were a good bit shorter, and even the stream. Even the stream on Tuesday night is a little short. This just doesn't do shit. It's really funny, actually. Oh, this is a first for me. I've never have I killed, I've never killed her that early. Holy shit, I got the parry. And I even barely caught the riposte frame. That's great. It's really, well, it's both really difficult and, really risky to try and parry battle art attacks, generally speaking. But a lot of times you'll trade. Oh man, this game's gonna make me wish that I had Fort killed, that I could kill Fort. Oh, it's gonna make me wish for it so bad. Oh, and it's gonna suck because I can't. I'm fairly certain that I cannot parry this guy. Please, please, I'm begging you. If he gives me one. Okay. I'm saying. If I can't get one from Lothric Knights or a Winged Knight, the sucky part is seriously that there are no more guaranteed Titanite shards for me to get. I have to farm them out this way, and ooh, I am not getting lucky. Yeah, there are those beasts down in the gardens. The big black monster, goopy monster things. Will you run at me, please? I really should be calling the stream now and doing this next time. It's technically not quite 2 hours on this segment. Which, hey, that's... It's pretty cool. It means... I don't even know what the timer was when I killed Dancer. I wonder if that's a legitimate speed run. Dancer % speed run? I mean, in theory, the quickest way to do that is to run the sellsword starting. Run the sellsword starting class and yeah, probably. Twin blades in general, although twin blades kind of suck. Twin blades kind of suck until you get, until, you know, you upgrade them a bit and you got enough stats to scale them. Scale the... Because they scale well, but they don't have very high base damage. People run them for the DPS endgame, not for... Not because they're still... And you know, you pretty much get away with anything in the early phases of the game. Please. Oh, you're killing me. And it's not like I can go buy him or anything either. It's... Well, I'll go level up. Should be 3 levels. Unless I cut off a little early. I may have cut off a tad early. Yeah. I think my heart pumping so much from the last oh man. I think my heart pumping so much from the Dancer fight. Probably woke me up a good bit. Made it so I could stay awake to keep playing a bit longer. Me being OCD, going through selling everything extra. I can't, right? Like, Titanite shards just, yeah, Titanite shards just aren't gonna be a thing. It's gonna, yeah. And that's still 2 full levels. I don't want to buy it really, but if I do what I have 29, that's still enough for 3 levels. I've got lots of I got lots of bosses and souls that way to look forward to for the rest of the game. So let's see. Let's go use the key. Nothing else, this gets me the Ashen Estus ring, which is actually going to help a good bit early on. It's actually going to help early on more so than anywhere else, because it'll make it so my Estus healing is going to match my health a little bit better. So right now it's not upgraded, so I'm curious how much HP it'll because plus 0 Estus does heals for 250, and a plus 10 Estus heals for 600. Oh man, I reserve the right to yawn after an over 10-hour stream. Firekeeper soul. Can I use this to upgrade my Estus? What did I get this Estus shark for? Oh yeah, I forgot that I had a who returned from the abyss. Yeah, this patches isn't here yet. Not really sure why, but oh, there is an extra item to. Shit. The hell was that? What kind of BS slippery landing is that? Oh, gotta plug my phone in. I don't know what item that is. I don't remember, rather. I know it's there. I actually don't normally go get it. I'm not sure I realized it was a thing before. I watched, not a speedrun of this game, I watched someone play it. I don't normally watch gameplay for this game. Besides the occasional, like, boss guy. Well, I mean, not, technically speaking, I watched a couple. I watched a boss guide for Gundyr, but that's it. When I was doing my first all bosses run, like I said, was a couple months ago. Yeah, that is a one bullshit landing. Oh my god. Man, I should, Jesus. I should not fuck this jump up anymore. Would be a great idea. Yeah, on the bright side, I won't need to pop another ember to get my ember back, because I'm not going to need embered health. I mean, I'm not going to need embered health for much. It's mainly going to be for the full heal on some tougher boss fights, but this is going to be such a jump in... I'm basically going to do... Because I'm going to have a +9 weapon so early on, and I've got, you know, I've got as much health as I'm going to build for the entirety of this run, and I'm literally one boss in. Don't forget that. Yeah. Keep in mind, I have built all the health I'm going to build at all this entire run. I mean, I could probably get away with 120 stamina. 120 stamina would probably be fine. Okay, so you can't land on that. I don't know how you land. How you're supposed to land on any of these. Oh man. One-offs the Dancer. Beats Dancer first try. 0 deaths to Dancer as the first boss I fight. Sub level 30 with a +2 Uchigatana. Dies 3 times already at this point, 3 times, and I'm gonna try to take a better look for a better way to get to this item here. But if I'm being honest, it's not looking good. Okay, I thought there might be one like right here up against the wall. Right there, but there's not. You serious? Oh Oh, that's what it is. You know what? I don't think I've ever, like, personally picked that up. Ooh. Oh. I shouldn't have healed all that, but whatever. Very tired. Very, very, very tired. What? Don't walk off the ledge. Over 10 hours. I set my controller down, started to walk towards the ledge. Man. Over 10 hours of streaming. I'm not dying, but I should be calling it. Like, already. I should already be calling it. I'm not just yet. The what was that hitbox? But yeah, hey, you should definitely check out the VOD for this. So there's a have you been lurking my stream for the last several hours? I'm curious. Cause yeah. You should definitely check out the VOD because I in and out, okay. Okay, let's see. So 250 would be 809. Let me equip the Estus ring. I think it acts like an extra reinforcement. So 809, 15. Yeah. So I heal for an extra 50 HP per Estus, which will be really good.
Ashen.
Oh, you know what? I watched the. I know where I learned how to get this item.
I'm a pretty princess.
Yes, that is what this is. A reference to. Alright, not a reference to. That's what I. Oh, that's how I know where that's how I found out where the item is at. Because I watched the Zero Lenny YouTube channel. I watched the Dark Souls 3 experience. Oh boy, that's funny. You should watch it, seriously. I think you would. It would show off all the bosses to you really quick, but it would be funny. Oh man, so there's a late game boss you can fight. Technically speaking, after Gundyr, it can be the first boss you fight. And this is gonna be an all bosses run, so I'm gonna kill every boss at some point in this by the end of this run, anyways. And even normally, well, it's a necessary boss. You have to fight it. You have to fight her at some point. But you have to fight her at some point. You certainly don't have to fight her that early. Or early at all. Like I said, she's a late game boss. She hits pretty damn hard. I mean, if you know the fight and you're using a shield, she's not that bad. Seriously. But I beat her first try. I made it so that she'd be the first boss I fought. I only had a +2 weapon. +2 weapon and 6 Estus +0. Base strength Estus. Only 6 of them. And I was sub-level 30. And I beat her first try, which, boy, that got my heart pumping. That was, man, that was a strong note to finish on, and a strong note to finish a 10-hour stream on, and a strong note to start to get an all bosses run of Dark Souls 3 going. So, yeah. Well, this has been the 10-hour stream that I promised you guys. Hope you're not disappointed.
I don't think I am. It's so we beat Call of Cthulhu. I got my ass kicked in Rocket League a lot. We won a few games. To be fair, a lot of the games we lost in Rocket League were really close. Really close drop shot games, like 1-goal games. So yeah. And then Call of Cthulhu, we finished that. That was actually half of the stream on its own. That was its own 5-hour stream in the middle of this. Then the all bosses was a little surprise. I don't think I'd said anything about that on stream up to this point. That would have been a spoiler for it. Alright, well, thanks to everybody who stopped into the stream. Thanks to everybody who, in the future, is now checking out this VOD or on either Twitch or the upload that will be on YouTube. This will be down as, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is going to get uploaded as part 1 of the HeXx Plays Dark Souls 3 All Bosses run. So if you're watching it there, just so that you know what I'm talking about. I did my first, this was the last game I've played for my first ever 10-hour stream, which is actually more like 11 hours, because let's be honest, me playing Dark Souls 3, me playing Soulsborne in general is not gonna, I can't just play 2 hours of the game. It doesn't work that way. At least 3 to 5, maybe 6. Anyways, again, thanks to everybody who joined the stream. If you liked what you saw, feel free to leave a follow on Twitch. It is very much appreciated. Go ahead and turn on your notifications so that you can see when I go live. But also, if you don't like to use Twitch notifications, you can follow me over on Twitter at HeXx. For here, or chat well, at HeXx. If the name is the same for the YouTube channel where I upload and export all of my VODs from Twitch. Now that I've actually got a couple of complete runs to this point, I think I'll actually set up the playlist on the channel. I've got enough of the videos and enough of the different runs that just organize things a bit, separate things out, organize them into their playlist. Something that I'll be looking to do very soon here. Yeah, if you like what we saw in Dark Souls 3, expect to see the rest of this all bosses run. It's off to a very strong start with a again, and it was very hype. But off to a very strong start as far as killing Dancer first try. That is huge. And yeah, it's gonna take a bit of grinding and it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'm gonna stick to it. Where I mean, really, I did the hard part. I beat Dancer sub level 30 with a +2 weapon. So it's just gonna take a little bit of time to farm out. The last, I think, only 3. Yeah, it's gonna take a little time to grind out the last 3 Titanite shards I need from the Lothric Knights there in the cathedral area. Yeah, after that, the other +6 up to having a +9 weapon as promised before fighting Vort. The other +6 is gonna go really fast by comparison, because the chunks are on the ground. They are for sure there. I know where they are. I know how to get them. Piece of cake, no problem. Reliable. And then the shard, even the large shards, as you saw, every time I killed that Lothric Knight at the first bonfire, that higher level Lothric Knight, every single kill, I've consistently got a large shard. So that'll still be the case. That's gonna hold up 95% of the time. Maybe 1 in 20 kills I get a different item, but I'll still get some item. I've never killed him and not gotten an item, not even once. So, like I said, the other 6 will be really reliable. I just need to grind out 3 more regular Titanite. shards. And then the rest of the run will be on its way. I may actually be pretty close to level 50 by the time I'm done getting all the chunks and shards, large shards though. Anyways, for the last time, thank you all very much, HeXx Clan, for joining me on this stellar first 10-hour stream, and I hope to do plenty more, and plenty more streaming in general. Again, feel free to follow any interest you guys show, just popping in, lurking, it is greatly appreciated. Stay happy, get hexed, and I'll see you guys in the next stream.